Hey, welcome back to After the Episode, brought to you by Line Cutters, the adjustable ring that cuts fishing line. Got a special episode today, or we had a special episode yesterday, Thursday, with David May from Lou's Strike King. We started out, David and I, playing music. I've always wanted to incorporate my music into the show in some way, shape, or form. And I don't have a lot of buddies that I fish with that play music. David May's one of them. He lives in South Carolina, works with Lou's, and he's an accomplished harmonica player, plays in a blues band in South Carolina, does cruise ships and all kind of stuff, festivals. I said, man, bring your harp. When we get together in Pensacola, we're going to do a little jamming. So we sat at the boat ramp and just had a good old time. So, Theresa.
What?
David and Shay.
Yep.
Wasn't that a fun group?
Yes.
Shay and David May fishing today. What else can I say?
Bay.
In the bay. What else can I say? Some Dr. Seuss moments over here. Yeah, so we also had old Josh with us. Y'all remember Josh. And we were all throwing weight-based search, which is a common thing. Theresa and I were throwing our Lou's. This is the custom inshore series. Love that reel, man. I throw the fool out of this thing nonstop. It's great for searching. Great searching tool. And we were all using, Theresa and I both were using the McCain rods. This is a McCain Pop and Spin, the Premier Series. I'm dripping wet here because I rinsed them off from my last trip. This is the 300 Inshore Series spinner. What is it, TP1?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All right, so that's our rigs. That's what we're chunking. And we get out there and a little bit of luck with the weight baits. Not as much as normal. Well, I started seeing fish on the flat. I blew some out. So I immediately stood up and grabbed Strike King Shadalicious. Thank you, David May. Had to try him. This color you can see, look, it just sparkly as all get out. The water was gin clear, kind of glass minnowy-ish. And I said, man, if I see one, I'm going to put it on him. And I did. One was cruising down the flat, as you saw in the video. I'm watching it now. And to the side of him, twitch, he was on it. Theresa was using the same Shadalicious. And what'd you get, Theresa?
Trout.
She got a nice, I think, 18?
Yeah, as soon as I put it on.
Nice 18-inch trout. Y'all, as much as I love the Shadalicious, this KVD Perfect Plastic is my absolute favorite. This one's, I think, a 4-inch. I like the 3-inch for inshore a lot, but these Perfect Plastics are amazing. They're so supple, so limber. Josh was off on his own. I wish I could have got him more on camera. He was catching stuff left and right, but he had peeled off, and man, he was hitting some spots way in the back. In the hobie compasses, you still like your compass, Theresa?
Love it.
You like your compass?
Love it.
What do you like about your compass?
The seat.
She likes the seat.
The roomy seat.
I like its standability. I believe that the compass is a tad more stable to stand in than our Outbacks even.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It is. It's a lot more stable.
It's more stable, right? I'm even considering getting a micro pole. I use the KAYAK Attack parking pole nonstop. I live with that thing. I either put it in the scupper hole or I tie a little loop of string behind me and I just put it in the loop. I don't mess with anchor trolleys too much. I'm either anchored out in the back or I'm anchored out in the front. If I anchor out in the front, all I do is take my nose rope and tie it somewhere to my side, stick the anchor trolley, and of course I drift back. Wind's in my face. Fish, paddle up to it, grab it, and do it again. Or I just stab it in the loop or stab it in the scupper behind me, and that's my rear position. Sight casting, I love sight casting. Got a lot of years behind me sight casting with fly rods, a decade of nothing but skiffs and sight casting. So I love sight casting, brought back a lot of memories seeing those fish. Now David was throwing Strike King wake bait, like a 1.5 shallow runner, low bill, and he had a massive hit on the way in. Now he was throwing here I just threw it over here, hold on one second. Stren or Trilene, 17-pound test. I know it's backwards, but trust me, it's 17-pound mono. Why do I like 17-pound mono? When it comes to fluorocarbon or mono, everybody uses 20-25 as a whole, in general speaking. And I have found that, of course, the smaller the diameter of this, the smaller your knot is. I don't care if you're using an FG, the smaller the diameter of the line, the smaller the FG knot's going to be, or the uni knot, or whatever you're using. So I've just found that 17 is about the smallest diameter I can get away with and still have that strength that's up there around 20. and it's just like the sweet spot. It's just a sweet spot. Why do I use mono over fluoro? Well, mono, I like the feel of mono. Mono's very supple. It's very easy to tie. It's very cheap. These are so cheap at the store, and you can keep a lot of them. So I keep 14, 17, 12, 10, 20, 25, 30. I just keep lots of mono everywhere so I can really match the situation I need, the diameter leader I need for the situation. So mono is my friend. If I go offshore, I'm almost forced into fluorocarbon because it's so clear. Even sometimes I still use mono. Just like mono. I don't know, it's cheap and easy. Y'all know me, I'm a budget dude. So we played a little bit more music at the end. Loved hanging out with David, man, Shay, and old Josh. You got anything to add, Theresa?
No.
Patreon? You want to talk to them about what we're doing with Patreon?
Patreon. We are ramping it up. We've been on Patreon about a year, maybe more. I don't know. I opened it up a while ago. But you can expect to see a lot more. We're going to put behind the scenes stuff there and things that we don't release on YouTube because Ty's particular about what goes on YouTube. But I have free range on Patreon. I can upload whatever I want.
So they're going to be seeing exclusive stuff on Patreon?
Yes, if they're a patron. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's fixing to get hot, y'all. We're fixing to dive into Patreon, bring stuff to the Patreon people that nobody else can see. Thanks a lot for watching Line Cutters after the episode. Like, subscribe, and look out for your Thursday 30 Mile Out episodes at 7 a.m. Like clockwork, right, Theresa?
Like clockwork every Thursday.
Y'all have a great weekend. Catch you next time.
What?